Hello and welcome back to the TV Show Club, the club where we talk about TV shows that we've been recently watching, viewing and enjoying. Let me know in the comments what you've been recently watching and enjoying, and if you've seen what I'm about to talk about, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I'm going to be honest, episode 4 is one of the first times I feel like Loki has truly gripped me in this whole series. Did it have its issues as an episode? Yes, 1000%, but also did it do better than every other episode in the series? 100%. I felt like the story was actually being pushed along. I felt like we actually got a bit of character development and relationships that I feel like have just been missing from this whole series. I genuinely realised this episode that we've got little to nothing of Loki and Sylvie actually together and actually like connecting as characters. I get the whole first 2 episodes were about finding her, but it just felt like we've not had any real connections or characters interacting with each other for this whole series. This episode felt like the first time where the characters are actually like slowing down, not just running around going, the TVA, the temporal loop, and don't get me wrong, there still was a lot of that, but at least this time it felt like I was actually connecting to the characters a little bit more and they were actually better written dialogue wise. Did I like the twist at the end of Loki episode 4? Yes, absolutely. I've been saying for this whole time, I didn't love the whole concept of it being like the TVA breaking, the multiverse breaking, because we all know that, but at the end of the day, they're gonna save the day and it's gonna be fixed. It didn't feel like a real threat, whereas I don't know where the show's gonna go for the last 2 episodes. It still annoys me so much because it doesn't feel like we've had 4 episodes worth of content. We've got such a short show of 6 episodes, which is nothing, and yet those 6 episodes also feel like nothing. I always think back to and compare Marvel and just Disney Plus shows in general to things like The Last of Us. The Last of Us managed to pack in so much in each and every episode. Something on at the minute, Gen V, within like an episode to 2 episodes, I knew things about the characters, I felt connected to certain characters and disliked other characters. And yet with Loki and just the Marvel shows in general, I feel like I'm just not connected to any of the characters. I know nothing about them. I don't know if it's the writing or the pacing or what it is, but it just seems so lackluster. It seems like nothing really is happening in depth. The episode lengths of Loki are the same as Gen V, and yet in an episode of Gen V, I feel like I get so much content, there's so many different moments, and in Loki, I feel like I'm just watching people run around going, temporal loop, we need to fix it. And it just doesn't give me any substance or character development or anything that I want from it. Despite my criticisms, I did think that episode 4 of Loki was enjoyable. It had the dark moment of crushing all the TVA people. That was dark for Marvel. Do I wish we could have seen it? Kind of, but also it's Marvel, I understand. The worst thing about that scene is Miss Minutes just like sadistically laughing behind her. I don't really understand the whole Miss Minutes like transition this series. Miss Minutes was always a little bit weird, don't get me wrong, but she was never this like evil entity, whereas now it seems like she's genuinely just out to kill people. I thought the relationship between Sylvie and Loki was a highlight of this episode. As I said before, I think it's the first time I've truly felt like we've been able to delve into their relationship this whole series. But the writing of Loki just seems so lazy. All I can think about is, the temporal loop, or they're just saying words. It's that like whole thing of when people just go, the quantum physics or quantum mechanics and all this. That's all it is. It's just temporal loop, we need to fix this, the modulator, and then all. It's just spouting words without any like meaning or depth, or me being like, oh shit, that means this, or oh, that means that. I'm like, okay. Just do that then. I thought the twist of, I don't even know if you can call it a twist, but Loki being the one who pruned Loki. I mean, I saw that and I was like, okay, but then everyone else online was like, oh my god, who pruned Loki? We finally know. I was like, I thought that was obvious. I thought everyone knew it was going to be Loki who pruned Loki. I thought that was very clear. That wasn't really a twist to me. The final scene of episode 4 was good. The twist of Victor just being absolutely wiped away. I mean, if that was a character I cared about who wasn't an annoying variant of Kang, then I would have been like, oh, shit. But because it is him, I'm just sort of like, oh, that's a shame. All of the different strands just imploding, and this is the one part that I feel like the whole Loki series has done so well. The camera like slowly panning around all of them, getting all of their individual reactions, and there's little snippets of like their voices as they're reacting to essentially the multiverse just imploding. I thought all of that was done brilliantly, and the face of Loki, just an absolute terror. That scene was the best thing that they've done all season, in my opinion. I have absolutely no idea where they're going to go for the last 2 episodes, but I'm excited to see, sort of. I want to love Loki and I want to enjoy it, but the writing and the pacing it's just unbearable. But anyway, let me know, what did you think of Loki episode 4? And I'll see you next time on the TV Show Club.